places they're pretty evenly matched up. Augusta does have advantage height-wise, but North Georgia has advantage on the three-point line. The thing that Augusta's going to try and do against North Georgia is pressure up and down the floor. That is how they came back in that Christian Berry Fieldhouse game back in January, where the Jaguars almost pulled off an upset. If they can pressure North Georgia and force turnovers, this game can get really interesting really quickly. North Georgia leads this all-time series 16-7. They have won 7 straight in the series. And here in Dahlonega, of course, North Georgia inside this building is nearly unbeatable. 32-1 all-time inside this building. Winners of 27 straight is Buffy versus North Georgia team. Julianne Sutton, leading scorer in the Peach Belt. She also leads the conference in the most shots hit for the season, ranks in the top 10, blocks per game, field goal attempts, field goal percentage, free throw attempts, free throws made, and total rebounds. Julianne Sutton has done it all, and we will see if that resume is good enough for the Player of the Year award on Friday night, regardless of what happens here tonight. But I know Julianne wants to get back and try and win a 3rd straight Peach Belt Conference championship in the tournament. If North Georgia is able to do that, they would be the first team in conference history to be able to accomplish that feat. We'll take a commercial break. When we return, we'll be courtside as North Georgia gets ready to retake the floor. The drum line starting to make some noise. The Nighthawks will take the floor here in just a moment. We'll also give you starting lineups as well as get you set to go over Craig Corbin and Lee Glenn, who will call this quarterfinal matchup. Peach Belt Conference Tournament action. March Madness is here. And we'll be right back here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
AA.com.
The door to as we get closer and closer to tip-off between North Georgia and Augusta in this Peach Belt Conference quarterfinal. We look at some other matchups from around the tournament so far tonight, tipped off already. Number 1 Lander, number 8 Young Harris, also number 4 Columbus State, number 5 USC Aiken. The other game tipping off when we do here in the Convocation Center, number 3 Clayton State, number 6 Francis Marion. We'll have all those updates coming to you throughout the afternoon. But more importantly, North Georgia looks to go 28 straight inside this building. Also 30 33-1 all time inside this building. To do that, they've got to get past a Jaguar team that has been a nuisance to North Georgia throughout the season. And to call the action here from the Convocation Center, we throw it courtside to Craig Corbin and Lee Glenn. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening to you, Walker, and always the excitement when we get to this point in the season. Tournament time, quarterfinal Wednesday in the Peach Belt, and I know that I am ready. Lee, I know you are as well.
I love basketball the later it gets into the semester. You know, I'm not anti-November, December basketball, but January basketball is better. February basketball is even better when teams they've unpacked and they know what everybody's doing, and it's just really a matter of who's going to impose their will over the other one. So I would dare to venture that March basketball is even different because, number one, not only do teams understand what they're trying to do and how they're trying to get there, but for some, not the Nighthawks, but for some, you're playing for your life at this point. So not only do they know where we're trying to go with the basketball and or how we're trying to defend, there's going to be a little bit added effort knowing that if the Jaguars don't win tonight, they will no longer be playing basketball moving forward.
That's an interesting dynamic when you talk about preparation for games. This is obviously the third time that these two teams have met with North Georgia, having won both prior meetings. So familiarity is a different component of the third matchup. What you just mentioned, playing for your postseason life is a different dynamic. It doesn't matter that you're on the home floor of your opponent. You are in a win or go home mentality.
It actually puts you in a little bit better light. It takes a little bit piece of the stress puzzle away when you don't have to defend your home court to keep going. Odds makers when no one would give Augusta a shot. Although the results that we played them to, last one was a 21-point lead, a win, and then the one down in Augusta was a 5-point win. You probably wouldn't expect Augusta to have too much of more than a puncher's chance, but the fact that they are on the road, the fact that they are in arguably one of the best teams in the region's home arena, it's just more to say that right now is like, and I'm not a boxing aficionado, but to make a proper analogy, right now, strategy can be thrown out the window. If you just come and you are just throwing haymakers, if one of them lands, you cash a big paycheck. So I think that we will get from Augusta a haymaker, a knockout punch attempt, but that's what March basketball is about.
So, in other words, using the latest Fury Wilder match as an example, you're going to be bulked up as Fury was and go in early trying to dominate and set into play your will in that matchup.
Yeah, and I don't know like the Wilder Fury matchup piece, but I do know that, and I don't know if one of these boxers has felt this way, but there's certain boxing matches that boxers don't want to see go 9 rounds or 12 rounds. If it goes 12 rounds, I'm going to lose. Not from a cardio standpoint, but just from a technical standpoint. And if this thing goes 4 quarters and we're playing well, and it's obviously going to go 4 quarters, but if we're playing well for 4 quarters and are comfortable for 4 quarters, then Augusta probably doesn't mathematically, it doesn't bode well for them. Whereas if they come out here and pressure us in the first quarter, win the quarter, win the first immediate set, as long as they can just come out and get off to a start to plant a seed in our mind, they can just keep shooting those quick threes. They can keep pressing and extending. They can keep trying to block shots because the odds are against
especially in the Peach Belt, as we have seen as recently as the last regular season game where Aiken pulled the upset against the top team in the conference, that literally you've got anybody can win on any given day, and especially when you come into tournament atmosphere.
Yeah, and I know we're going to address this, but it must also be added that when Georgia lost, our Nighthawks right here also lost to a team ranked, I believe, 8th right now in the region. So at this point in time, when everybody can just throw every ounce of it at the shotgun approach, they can just shoot the shotgun and hope that one of those pellets actually sticks. Anything can happen. Not to say that Augusta or Harris at Lander tonight or Clayton State last weekend or Aiken last weekend had to shoot a shotgun and hope that one of the bullets landed directly in the right spot. You're talking about good basketball teams that have made their way into the conference. So tournament play, it's why CBS and ESPN make so much money.
Indeed. Taking into consideration everything that you just talked about, all the variables, tournament mentality, the ability to know that upsets happen. You're North Georgia. You're a top 20 team. You've been a top 20 team all year long, 24-4. How have you prepared mentally for this quarterfinal action?
I think that mental preparation extends not just into the 28 games that they've played this season, but to the 2 NCAA regional appearances that they've made in the year prior, and their progression through those regionals. We understand the feeling that's going through our stomachs right now. When we're in a regional next weekend or 2 weeks from now, we will have experienced that feeling. And so just anything in life that you do, once you do it once, the next time you do it, whether it's right or wrong, you're going to be better at it the next time. So I think that it's the progress of the 28 games that they've played this season, but also a product of the regional and NCAA and postseason win or advance mentality that they've had to be in, those bullets that they've put in their belt.
Look forward to seeing it tonight. Glad that you've joined us for our Nighthawk Sports Network coverage of Peach Belt Conference quarterfinal action here at the Convocation Center. We will step aside when we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
ask difficult questions,
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be efficient and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good. All right.
Can you stop copying me?
Back we are, Craig Foreman, Lee Glenn, and the Nighthawk Sports Network team. Quarterfinal nights in the Peach Belt Conference. And always a different excitement when you get to this part of the season. The Nighthawks, for head coach Buffy Burson, will be starting Abby Franklin. Number 5, number 11, Abby Hubert. Leading rebounder on the team, nearly 8 boards per contest. Number 15, Kara Gruber. Number 21, Amani Arnold. And ostensibly your Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year, number 42, Julianne Sutton. Ostensibly. Now that is not the word of the day.
What does that mean?
For all purposes. For all matter of conversation, she should be.
No worries. Thank you.
And we have a veteran crew of officials on hand tonight.
So it's not quite in the same context as the word arguable. Exactly. Arguably, you're saying that there's a chance that I'm wrong.
Exactly.
But I'm going to tell you what.
Ostensibly meaning that the chance is far greater than arguably
that I'm right.
Exactly.
Well, you bet you're right that she's the Player of the Year.
Yeah. Just like that Ford Explorer. We are underway. Quarter number 1. The Jags with the opening possession and a travel.
If my memory serves me correct, that's the same clear-out set that they ran to start the game here about 2 weeks ago, and that's not bad basketball to clear out and take it at the other team's best player. Maybe a chance just to pick up a foul. Good play call.
First possession of the night for North Georgia. Back out front from Franklin to Hubert. Abby now with 9 on the shot clock. Will take it back to the right side. And to Groover, bobs down low. Sutton with an easy basket off the glass.
I count that basket to Kara Groover because on the first paint touch to Julianne, they doubled and they brought early help defender. Wasn't able to get to her left shoulder. Right there, Kara just quick touch, got it to her before the double team could get there. And again, if she catches it anywhere near the charge circle with only one defender, just save the time and go ahead and double-click the scoreboard console.
You mentioned something just a moment ago, the fact that the last meeting between these two teams was very recent. Is that an advantage?
No, not for us. It is not for Augusta.
Right.
Because they got raced by 21.
It was a pretty lopsided affair.
Yeah.
Shot off the mark, but a foul call. Second of the night here in the opening quarter against North Georgia. And that will send Zaira West to the line, the junior from Raleigh, and a transfer from Norfolk State. Nearly 80% at the line. First one is up and good. First point of the night for Augusta. Second one is also good, and we're tied at 2. 8:48 and counting. And the shot from Hubert is good.
See, like we're extending defense, and I'm such a big fan of that because I think it gets us playing quicker and better offense. Now that's 2 fouls on the last 2 possessions for us, so we just need to do a better job of being hands-off, but I like the pace that it gives the game when we extend. On the other side of the floor, with Augusta trying to extend pressure off of a made free throw, I really like that as a North Georgia fan.
Jaguars with the ball. Around the horn they go to Harrison. Guarded by Groover, shot clock at 5. Now Manning puts it up, no good. Rebound, Kara Groover. How many times have we said that this season? Groover will bring it up, hands to Hubert, out front to Arnold, over the top. And Julianne Sutton with 2 quick baskets. 6-2 North Georgia. Ball knocked away, out of bounds, and over to North Georgia. .7:45 to go, quarter number 1, 6-2. In favor of the Nighthawks. Arnold to Hubert. Again, lobbing to Sutton. Julianne backs it on Manning, zips the pass. Franklin, a 3 from the right wing.
What's the stat in the box score here, or the game notes?
Miss March, you mean?
Yeah. So
51% in the month of March?
Yeah, 51% three-point shooter in the month of March.
That's staggering.
Julianne's paint touch on the last possession was probably 3 feet outside the Charger circle, so you knew it was going to be a pass. And her and Abby work so well together. She sees how far the post touch was pushed out, so she just sets her, she slides along the arc and sets her feet just so it can be a catch and in the shot. So that's just the two of them working together, and the beauty of that combination is they get to work together for another full year wearing the white and blue.
Up ahead to Groover. By the way, 2 air ball threes on that last trip down the floor for Augusta. Franklin now is going to have some movement. Hubert will take it. Kicks to Arnold. Out front, Sutton straightaway 3 off the mark, no good, and out of bounds to the Jaguars. 9-2 your score.
I love Julianne taking threes from that from the pin there at the top of the key, but I don't think she caught that clean.
Right.
And so I thought she had to catch it and then reposition, re-grab it. So shooters always, if it's not a clean touch, you give it up real quick, so that way next time you get it back, you're prepared to shoot.
Jaguars with the ball. LeBognon. And a foul on the play.
There were 3 fouls on the play, to be honest with you. The first 3 occurred on Augusta State, then the last one was incidental contact generated by the offensive player. That is textbook post defense by Julianne. So now she's going to have to wear that foul. That's just a scout by Augusta.
Yep.
I don't think that any other player in the league you want 32 NBA style backing down against unless there's any intention other than just picking up the foul.
Neither foul shot good on the season. Stella 57% from the line. Abby Hubert missing there. Sutton rebound, kicks to Franklin for 3. Barely moved the net.
Wow. What is it about the month of March in her?
Unbelievable. Ball knocked free. Out of bounds. It will stay with Augusta. Checking in. Back in. Harrison getting a breather. Cameron Wilson. 5:56 to go in quarter number 1. A lob over the top. And a travel on LeBognon.
Now, did this Augusta game start identical last time? It was like a North Georgia race out. They cut it, made us sweat a little bit. Wow, textbook. But basketball never hit the floor. Middle, diagonal, re-diagonal layup.
And give the basket to Kyra Davis in the ball game. 14-2, now a 12-point advantage. Lob over the top for Kiera Howard. They'll try to reset their offense. The pass down low and a foul. By my count, that is at least 4 team fouls on the Nighthawks.
That was a heck of a pass by number 3 from Augusta there. You see how she kind of on the wing took that extra dribble, saw that her post defender had rooted up the lane a little bit and kind of threw that in there with like a little bit of spin, so it would come back to her. That's and this is one thing that bugs me about the game right here is that when she makes these 2 free throws, if she makes these 2 free throws, that was the pass of the game so far, but it doesn't get credited for an assist.
Anywhere.
No, and it should.
Only those who are here would appreciate that.
Yeah.
First foul shot is good. Second is a little shy, rebounded by Arnold. 14-3 your score. A foul will go against Kiara Howard. Checking in for the Nighthawks, number 1, Macy Gregg.
Macy Gregg. How long before? There's 5:08 on the clock.
Okay.
How long before she dribbles behind her back? Will it be before the 3:30 mark?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll take that.
So that is 98 seconds.
Oh, good dribble at
behind
all
her back.
there. Okay, and here we go. The lob. What a shot by Abby Hubert.
And a pass. I mean, she fit that through a gap that was really tight.
13-point advantage. The shot a little too far underneath. Scramble out of bounds, and Augusta will keep it. It was a nice drive by Harrison, but just too far underneath.
Yeah.
And that'll bring us to an official timeout. 4:45 to go, quarter number 1. North Georgia on top, 16-3. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
North Georgia Basketball Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore. 4 locations across Northeast. Smiles that command attention.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. Years to remember, rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
And you're watching Nighthawk basketball on NSN.
And back we are courtside. Greg Orley Glenn. I tell you, that last basket by Hubert was worth a second look. And when you consider how tough it was to get her the ball, and then the conversion, nicely done, Abby.
Yep. Good pass, actually fit that to a really tight gap.
Let's take a quick look at the scores from around the conference tournament, Walker.
Yeah, other quarterfinals going on. Lander currently holds a 29-14 lead over Young Harris. 3:06 to play until halftime. Columbus up 6 on USC Aiken at the break, and at the under 5 in the first for Clayton State. They lead Francis Marion 13-9, Craig.
Thank you, sir. Basket there, and a 3-point opportunity for Asia Harrison.
You've got 66 seconds before the behind-the-back dribble, over-under.
I feel extremely confident.
You took the under.
Extremely confident. I'd say in the next 10 seconds it's going to happen. A little full court pressure here by the Jaguars. The inbound comes to Abby, back to Amani. Now Franklin will bring it up. Looking for Macy Gregg in the corner. Instead calls the play. Now the lob, boy, heavily defended is Sutton. To Macy Gregg.
They're in zone, we're running a man set.
Open, Franklin, 3. That's 3 threes.
3 for 3.
I'd say that shooting percentage in March is
going up.
Enhanced.
It's better than most players' career free throw percentage. Give me that. Give me the cookie.
Thank you very much. Amani will now wait on everybody else. Gets it back out top to Franklin.
You've got 25 seconds.
It's going to happen. Just needs to get the ball right on this. Okay, back. Julianne, let's reverse it to the left side. Reverse it to the left side. There we go. Here we go. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Boom.
with 7 seconds to spare.
Yes!
What a good line was set.
You know, this is going to be a game where we need things like that.
I think so.
I'm just telling you.
So good.
Thank you very much, Macy Gregg. 21-6 is your score. Oh my goodness. We find humor and enjoyment in the most simple of things. LeBonyon, well defended, somehow gets the offensive board, powers up for the basket.
That is defensive displacement.
At the other end, running the floor, Juliet.
That's got, if they don't start calling that a foul, somebody's going to get hurt.
Julianne Sutton.
Pipe run. And that's what, so anytime, and that's when the pipe run is acceptable, is when their big scores at the rim.
Dry, the shot altered, no good from Ottman. Here come the Nighthawks, but stolen right back.
Okay. She actually had a good lane to pass it to, but Macy ran into it and tipped it unintentionally.
Through traffic, give the basket to Asia Harrison. And now Augusta in double digits at 23-10. Largest lead of the night was 15 just a moment ago. Franklin drives in traffic, has it stolen away, loose ball. Here comes Ottman, or beg your pardon, Wilson. Up to Ottman. Back out front they go to Harrison. Asia drives in the lane. Boy, right through the wickets.
Through the 5-hole.
Indeed it was. Nice hockey reference.
You're welcome.
Nicely done.
You have to watch.
Oh boy, they had Macy wide open. Ball out of bounds off of Jalen Ottman. Substitution. Kara Groover back in for Abby Hubert, and Kyra Davis will get there just in time to replace Amani Arnold. Manning back on the floor. Kennedy Manning for Augusta. Boy, she and Julianne are fighting for position.
This is a sub too. This is not the girl that started the game.
Julianne,
how did
in the
she
world?
get that? She had to spin it to kill it. That's massive touch. Not only to catch it and get it, but to get it up and spin it to finish it.
Lob over the top to Manning, and that's a foul on Julianne.
And her second. Not foul trouble yet, but going to definitely change our rotation for the final 11 and a half minutes of the first half.
Monty will come in for Julianne. And that sends Kennedy Manning to the line, the freshman from Stone Mountain.
See, so like the point earlier, so like the first foul on her was not a foul on her.
Right.
But because the offensive displacement is not going to be called a foul, now our best player is in foul trouble. That second one, wholeheartedly a foul.
Absolutely. And Manning got both of those foul shots. It's 25-12 with a minute 15 to go in the opening quarter. Franklin to the left side. Now Macy Gregg feeds down low, intended for Amani Arnold. She was displaced by number 11, Ashley Boulin.
Julianne's already got 10 points.
Yep.
Only missed one shot from the field.
Franklin, nice bounce pass in for Amani, and a second foul in about 2 seconds on Ashley Boulin, freshman from Lawrenceville, Duluth High. LeBonyon checking back in. Those 2 fouls in short order, sending Boulin to the bench. Macy Gregg back to Franklin in the corner. She's going to launch a 3. She's got 4 on the night.
4 for 4. Miss March, Miss April.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's October, whatever, as long as she's on our team.
Goodness. A lob over the top. LeBonyon converting. And the junior out of the Ivory Coast with a very strong start to this ball game for the Jaguars. 28-14 your score. Nicely done by Davis. Inside 20 seconds we go. Opening quarter. Strong start for the Nighthawks. Asia Harrison out front. LeBognon in the corner. The drive by West. Ball taken away with 3 seconds and putting it up at the last. Amani Arnold just missing the long distance shot. Nice opening quarter.
Frantic first quarter. Just got to make sure that we are attentive to the foul trouble piece now.
Your score through 1, North Georgia 30, Augusta 14. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Bandit Fox 2-3, out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Before the house, before the office, the late night and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports.
If there was any question how well the Nighthawks were going to come into this ball game, no question anymore.
Yeah, we've got a 16-point lead really on the shoulders of Abby Franklin, not missing a 3-point jump shot yet. A little bit of foul trouble we've got to kind of play with, but that's just trying to understand how the game is going to be called. But we've got plenty of capable people next woman up. Julianne Sutton's probably going to watch until it gets a little bit tighter.
Arnold out front, holding high, away to Franklin, trying to get the ball to Davis. Does so. Kyra tries to wrap around LeBognon and draws contact. That is the first on Stella. And that sends Kyra Davis to the line on the free throw shooter for the Nighthawks at 83%. Makes that one. Second one on the way, also good. Augusta with the ball, trailing 32-14. West works to the right side, guarded by Franklin, away to Asia Harrison. Now in the hands of Cameron Wilson. West feeds Manning down low, left-handed shot is good. Nice position by Kennedy Manning. Franklin, top of the key, stops away to Davis, holding high. Now Macy Gregg back to Kyra. Franklin with 15 to shoot, works around the top of the key and draws contact from Zaira West. First on West. Stops the clock and allows Abby Hubert back in the ball game, replacing Macy Gregg for North Georgia. Peach Belt Conference quarterfinal Wednesday. Franklin, boy, a lot of contact there, no call. Ball tied up by LeBognon, and that will, on the alternating possession, be Jaguar ball. Wilson inbounds to Harrison, gets it right back and in the hands of Kiera Howard. Howard away to Harrison, works the right side of the lane, off balance shot, no good. Rebound over the top of everybody by Kyra Davis.
I told you, like the deal with Julianne being in foul trouble, Kyra, it's just a matter of time before she makes her impact on a game, and that's just something about Coach Burson's culture, you know. She was a starter at the beginning of the year, has morphed into a little bit of a different role, but that role here, now that we're in March, and playoff basketball will definitely have value and will expand.
And knowing that she started games early in the season gives her the confidence in this exact situation.
Absolutely. It doesn't. She hasn't been sitting over there pouting and wondering where my minutes are going. I'm on a championship caliber team, and whenever I get my chance to make a difference, I'm going to do that. And to be honest with you, it doesn't have to be when Julianne Sutton's in foul trouble.
Right.
You know, there's plenty of times when the high-low game between the two of them is almost undefensible.
Franklin with the ball, 10 to shoot, puts up a three. First miss beyond the arc tonight for Abby Franklin. Just a little bit long on that one.
She is human.
She, I'll tell you what, 4 out of 5, I'll take.
80%?
Yeah.
I'll take that from the layup line.
Any day. Kiera Howard with the ball. Away it goes to Jalen Ottman back in the ball game. 3 from the left side off mark from West. And the Nighthawks have it. Franklin brings it up. The lob to Davis in the lane. Nice spin move, and the shot is good.
Augusta's two post players are saying, at what point are they going to quit running a big through here that we can guard? I mean, that's just a quick – I mean, that takes a massive amount of touch to score that going away from the basket like that.
3 from the corner, no good for Wilson, in and out. Nighthawks have it, leading 34-16. Largest lead of the night. Franklin moves. Beautiful feed to Arnold, who draws contact from Zaira West, her second.
Amani did a great job of seeing the baseline drive from Abby there and then didn't just stand there and say, kick it out to me. She made a hard basket cut to be available and then did a good job of cutting inside of the help side defender. There was a defender coming from this corner over here to put her nose in there. She did a good job of getting her body in front of that help side defender. So it was either going to be a layup or a foul.
Making her first appearance of the night, Faith Arthur on the floor. Number 24, Amani Arnold, makes the foul shot. 35-16. Second one no good. Rebound to Ottman for Augusta. Now Howard works to the left side, guarded by Groover, throws it up, no good. Gets her own rebound, and nice job by Amani to come away with a loose ball. 19-point lead. The feed down low. Amani Arnold with a left hand.
They can't keep up with the personnel and then the high-low, and then this girl's a big, and now they make a substitution, and she becomes a wing, and I don't know who I'm guarding, and that's just a ball screen to an unguarded player on the block.
We'll talk about the frustration. We do have a timeout. Let's hold that thought.
Okay.
We'll take a timeout. 6:40 to go in the second. It's 37-16 North Georgia. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sonia McClain, the broker Realty. We are a real estate company located in Hiawassee, Georgia, that services the Northeast Georgia mountains. Living in the North Georgia mountains, I see how each home takes on a unique feeling of the mountains and its surrounding landscape. So if you have a home to sell, or if you are looking for that special mountain home, please give me a call. I've been in the real estate business for 20 years. I have the experience and professionalism to make your dreams come true. You can reach me at 770-480-4777.
Groover, and you're Georgia basketball on NSN.
We are a 21-point lead, largest of the night for North Georgia. And those last 2 points coming on a beautiful feed and the basket by Amani Arnold. And she really has grown so comfortable with that left hand this season.
Absolutely. She's become just progressively more comfortable playing both sides of the rim.
6:35 to go in the second quarter. Augusta with the ball. The drive by Howard. Wilson through traffic, puts it up and in. That was a very confident move by Cameron Wilson. Foul out front. And that's on Kiera Howard, sophomore from McDonough. And Eagles Landing High. That brought Coach Green up out of her chair. But I think a good call. That sends Abby Franklin to the line. That went off the mark. An unusual miss, nearly 80% from the stripe on the season.
Her current three-point percentage is better than her free throw percentage in this game.
Hard to comprehend. 38-18, 6:10 to go until the half. Howard from the right elbow, no good. Faith got a hand on it. Groover comes away with it. Leaves it for Franklin. Arnold down into the lane. Faith Arthur gets the friendly roll.
Kara Groover's natural progression there about 2 months ago, and definitely last year she would have thrown that pass up to Abby Hubert, and 5 out of 6 times it would have landed in the pep band just because it was too tight of a window, but she's just an aggressive player like that. She saw it, waved it off, and let the play happen, and we still got a bucket out of transition. So that's just her development as a guard, not trying to force the issue.
Howard goes out. West comes back in. Was that foul away from the ball?
No, I think it was on Kara for reaching.
I didn't see it. The drive by West out of control and out of bounds. Faith Arthur will inbound with 5:27 to go, second quarter, 40-18, a 22-point advantage. Groover lobs it to Hubert. Beautiful bounce pass to Amani. Got to travel prior to the shot. At the half, we'll get caught up on scores from around the conference. Both the women and men's quarterfinals on tap tonight. North Georgia men made the long journey to Pembroke.
That's a long way.
Wilson from the foul line, no good. Arthur the rebound. Now the pass to Franklin. Corner three, Hubert no good. Rebound, Kara Groover. Tipped by Arthur, and Amani Arnold comes out of there with it.
Why is she so fun to watch? She has no business getting an offensive rebound off flat-footed like that.
The joy with which she plays the game. She enjoys every single second she's out there, and her play shows it.
Yeah, I agree.
Groover with 3-2. Now Franklin with 1 is not going to get the shot away in time. And the shot clock claims its first victim of the night.
It does. When did we shoot it to make us and not hit the rim to make us think that we had a reset?
Or was it just an out of bounds? Well, I don't think we did shoot it.
I don't know.
No, that was just a possession. We got another one right now. The lob to Amani, collects, shoots, and scores in traffic. And a timeout, Coach Green. She has seen enough. 42-18, largest lead now of the night. And when you talked earlier about and this is a 30, we'll keep it here. When you talked earlier about the challenge that Augusta faces with the rotation that Coach Burson uses, with players able to play multiple positions on the floor. And this is now the second time in 2 weeks that you have faced exactly this same script. The Nighthawks come out of the blocks, guns a-blazing. It's now a 24-point ball game.
Yeah, whenever you play North Georgia, you really got to pay attention with substitutions. We've only got 10 people dressed out over there. Only 8 have played so far in the game. So Coach Burson doesn't get in the habit of subbing like for like. She subs guards for bigs, and then the players on the floor have to move around and change their role. So you might think you were guarding her, but if you're not paying attention when the substitution happens, now you're guarding someone out of position.
Augusta with the ball inside. 4 minutes to go until halftime. In the ball game now, Michelle Davis for Augusta. Wilson to West, 8 to shoot. Ottman puts it up, high off the glass and scores. Jalen Ottman from Hope Mills, North Carolina. 42-20. Hubert to Macy Gregg back in the ball game. Zips the pass to Amani. Drives, puts it up, scores,
And one.
and the foul. What a move by Amani Arnold.
She's got the hair down tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Trouble for somebody.
Yeah. She came to play tonight. Howard back in for Augusta. Davis back in for North Georgia. Faith Arthur gets a breather. We have seen a substantial development in Amani Arnold's game offensively this year. Completes the three-point play.
There came a point in time where a couple weeks there mid-season where she didn't understand her role or didn't know her role. That is, she got whistled for a foul there, but that is, I know it probably was a foul. That is such good defense.
Yep.
Because she guarded the ball, came and got in the gap of it on the pass, stunted at the dribble penetration, went back to her guy. She closed out, moved her feet, showed her chest. Again, that was offensive generated contact.
Faith back in the ball game.
So you said Coach Burson's yelling at him now just to get down low and make them go through your chest.
At the line, Jalen Ottman. 52% on the year. First one good. What say you?
2%. The 2% chance that this one
I
goes
say
in.
not.
I'm feeling him make.
It was just the confidence with which he made the first one.
It
right?
was, yeah. And then how she grabbed it and just kind of held the ball for a while. You got to know you're going to make it.
Yep.
If I think I might be missing it, I'm going to go ahead and shoot it and get it over with.
Right. 45-22, 2:50 to go. Gregg, the pass intended for Faith Arthur off
Had to
the
be
mark.
a push in the back.
And that's going to be, well, goodness, Michelle Davis was just going to continue playing. Hasn't been out on the floor but a couple of minutes. Wanted to take full advantage of that opportunity. Arthur, good. Faith on the season, 64% at the line.
Brings it from her left eye there.
47-22, shot altered and will go out of bounds to North Georgia. Largest lead of the night. 25
Have
points.
you noticed that Macy Gregg's shoe is different than everybody else?
It is. And no, I had not noticed that.
She's got the patent all leathers, it seems like.
I like
LeBron
that.
with the shiny toes.
I like that. It's a good look.
It is.
Shot clock at 17. The aforementioned Macy Gregg away to Groover. Back to Macy.
Make it rain.
High arcing. Three in the corner. You betcha.
Dust the flags. Under and making her shoot an odd layup.
Ball knocked away. Augusta has it underneath. Michelle Davis converting. Davis, the 6'1 sophomore out of Lilburn. And a transfer from Lander. Oh, I've got a chance at a play on the ball.
You're going to have to unpack. Wow, it took.
It just stopped rolling, or else I would have had it.
Yeah, well, you had to kind of unpack your equipment and take your
Man.
headsets off. That was the difference in a block and a charge.
Man.
Just a little late.
Man.
It took 3 of us to find that ball, though.
It was hiding behind the very handsome Nighthawk Sports Network banner behind our broadcast position courtside. Davis, spin move, blocked by Michelle Davis. 52.9 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 50-24. By the way, our thanks to Glory, WGTJ, flagship of the radio portion of the Nighthawk Sports Network, and the lob from Manning intended for Michelle Davis.
A high-low with the cheerleader.
Yeah. A good response from the cheerleading corps.
Did she catch it?
Eventually. Groover's 3 no good. Manning the rebound. Outlet comes to Kiera Howard with 27 seconds to go until the half. Wilson off balance, no good. Tipped by Franklin, but Augusta will have it. Difference of just more than a second in the shot clock and the game clock. Wilson with 8-7. West now around to Howard with 4. The pass for Michelle Davis and is fouled with 2.8 seconds left in the half. That sends Michelle to the line. We're on the season 39% at the stripe. What say you?
Over 2.
Yeah, that one is a little off the mark.
A short left.
She will have another opportunity. Settles in. Michelle again transferred from Lander. And you were correct, 0 of 2.
She's gonna get 3 shots at it, though.
Oh, goodness, a lane violation. The Nighthawk partisans not agreeing with that assessment. Law of averages would say this will go. But the law was not enforced. Rebound, Groover, and that's going to be your halftime. You know, it's funny, she flung that to court. How many times have you seen a Twitter post with the 3-2-1?
Red beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama like? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. Got it, I'm good. All right, Troy.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, that's ever happened.
3 assists on those 8 made buckets, 5 steals, a block, 10 fouls. They've got 4 in foul trouble, including Zaria West, and 9 turnovers for the Jaguars to just 8 for North Georgia. The offensive rebounds in favor of Augusta, that's been something that North Georgia has struggled with over the latter stretch, just not being able to keep defenders off the boards. Points in the paint, North Georgia 26-16 advantage, 13-4 in points off turnovers in that advantage as well. We'll take a commercial break. When we return, we'll dive into some individual numbers. All North Georgia in the first half, 50-24, your halftime score. Back after this on the North Georgia Nighthawk Sports Network.
Champions.
For your halftime score, the Nighthawks of North Georgia, 16th ranked in the nation. They lead Augusta in the 2-7 matchup in Peach Belt Conference quarterfinal action. We take a look at the first half stats for both teams, starting with Abby Franklin. She had 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Ms. March at it again. Julianne Sutton, 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Amani Arnold, 8. Kyra Davis, 8. Faith Arthur and Abby Hubert have 4 apiece. Macy Gregg with 3. Again, North Georgia 68% in the first half shooting. For Augusta, they are led 5 points each for Stella Logbognan and Asia Harrison, 4 points apiece for Kennedy Manning and Jalen Ottman, 2 points apiece for Zaria West, Cameron Wilson, and Michelle Davis. Again, Augusta 8 of 27 from the floor, just 29.6% shooting. They are 0 of 4 from distance. That is the big difference here in this one, aside from North Georgia clicking on all cylinders from every spot on the floor. Again, Miss March, Abby Franklin, 4 of 6 from distance. She came into the game shooting over 50% from the floor, as North Georgia does retake the floor to get for the start of the second half. When we return, we'll take a look at the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard. All the quarterfinals on the women's side in action. Men are getting set to tip off. We'll give you all the scores right after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Someone burger. What? Someone.
Goodbye, LA, until another time. When can we call it love? Think we crossed the line.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Mountains.
50-24 your halftime score here from Dahlonega as we continue on the NSN halftime report. Peach Belt Conference quarterfinal action all over the conference. We take a look around the league. Number 1 seed Lander up big on Young Harris, 56-29 at halftime. The Bearcats, should they hold on, they will host the remainder of the tournament at Finest Horn Arena. Columbus State 67, USC Aiken 58, 4:02 to play in that one at halftime down in Morrow. It is 39-27. Clayton State leading Francis Marion here at the half. On the men's side, your quarterfinals look like this. Getting ready to tip off in about 8 minutes is Georgia College and Augusta. And then the remaining 3 conference quarterfinals, Lander hosting Flagler, USC Aiken hosting Columbus State, and then North Georgia traveling to UNC Pembroke as we welcome Craig Corbin back into the broadcast. And Craig, I think you can hear me. Your thoughts on North Georgia as they head over to Pembroke today to take on the Braves, who came in winning their first ever overall regular season title solo.
What a great testament to the Nighthawk program under first-year head coach Dan Evans, and knowing that they went through a number of ups and downs throughout the course of the season to finish as they did and earn that opportunity to play in the tournament. Just so pleased for the guys to have that opportunity. Yes, you are making an extremely difficult trip, playing an incredibly talented team, but you're in the tournament. And that's the beauty of tournament play, because on any given day, anything can happen.
You know, we talked in the preseason on Hawk Talk, picked 10th to start the year, and you said that's exactly the position that you would want to be given the people coming back and everything else. And I think North Georgia did just that. I think they surprised a lot of people, and I think that they can really play well against UNC Pembroke. Maybe not win the game because the Braves are really good, but they can definitely give the Braves a little bit of a scare tonight.
And that's something that if you come in as the top seed in any tournament, you know that your opponent has nothing to lose because it's win or go home. And without question, I'm anxious to follow that game as it unfolds tonight.
Your quick thoughts on this one: Columbus State 69, USC Aiken 60 with 3 minutes to play on the women's side.
Not surprised that it's single digits. I honestly thought, even though that the game is being played at Columbus State, that given the momentum that Aiken would have come into tonight with, fresh off the victory over Lander, that you might have seen them on top of that matchup.
We will be keeping a close eye throughout the rest of the second half. When we return here from Dahlonega, it'll be Craig and Lee to call the second half action. North Georgia up 50-24 on Augusta in the quarterfinals here in the Peach Belt Conference. This has been your NSN halftime report.
Everything they need. It's with officials, UNG store to find the item of. Visit our stores. Check bookstore.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? That is Fox 2-3 up. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
And back we are. Big lead for the Nighthawks. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. And Lee, when you look at the way the Nighthawks set the tone immediately, you had to feel good about what they had done in preparation for tonight's quarterfinal.
Yeah, I was just talking with softball head coach Mike Davenport sitting here courtside, and we agreed that that was about as efficient as a half as it could be, and some of it has to do with this young lady standing right here in front of us because she has found her way again, and she plays like she's about 7'1".
Amani Arnold certainly has the ability to impose her will on whoever she is defending. The nice feed down low. Franklin converts with a left hand, and that was a fairly efficient first possession.
They've got them so confused. That's an action that we've run 500 times this year, but they just think that we're trying to get it back into the big. That's just heady basketball. Now we're going to play a little 1-3-1.
Wide open for three, and that's way off the mark into the hands of Kara Groover. Kara brings it up. The pass is a little bit too much for Amani to catch up to, and a turnover sends it back the other way. You made mention of head softball coach Mike Davenport sitting courtside and trying to track down some confirmation of some interesting information about a former Nighthawk who may be in very select company very soon.
Yeah, we're going to have to try to look into that.
9:05 to go in the third. Long three is well off the mark and out of bounds. Good job by Amani to shield Manning.
Not letting her get her feet underneath her and make a play on trying to save that.
Played a minute here in the third quarter. 52-24. Arnold, top of the key, guarded by Manning. Away to Hubert. Abby to Abby. Hubert to Franklin. Now to Groover, open for a three, right side, in and out, would not fall.
Went about halfway down, looked really clean. Nice catch and shoot, step in three. We take those all day.
Harrison drives the lane, has daylight, and makes the basket. 52-26. Abby Franklin in between the circles, looks to the right side instead, passes to Arnold. Now feeds Julianne Sutton, spin move, puts it up, and somehow
did that get in?
Rolled it in.
Wow, didn't touch the backboard.
Amazing shot from Sutton. Wilson back to Harrison for Augusta. Drives around Hubert, around Franklin, now kicks it around. Back to Wilson, left elbow, knocked away by Sutton. Scramble for the loose ball. Augusta still has it, 10 to shoot. The drive by Harrison, no good. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay Jaguar ball. Kiera Howard will inbound in front of the pep band. And by the way, That pass intended for LeBonyon actually hit the rim. To Franklin near side. Sutton top of the key. Now looks for help. She 2-on-1. Abby Franklin bounce pass. Simone Arnold converts.
Abby did such a good job of fanning out there, pulling the defender with her, and then throwing a really intentional bounce pass there. A lot of young players will try to just throw that like a little float pass and let it get knocked away, but bounce passes in transition are basically impossible to defend.
Foul on the play given to Hubert. Stops the clock, 6:55 to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. What I was saying a moment ago in the reference made to the ball being near the pep band, again, a tip of the hat to Camden Pruitt.
Yeah.
For her rendition a cappella of her national anthem before the ball game. And of course, Camden a senior, so hate that she will not be back.
Maybe she'll be a grad student.
Yeah, you never know. That's an assumption on my part.
What's that word you use?
That is correct. Purportedly, the feed intended for Sutton knocked away.
Is that like reportedly with a P?
In traffic,
Give me
taken
the
away
cookie.
by Abby Franklin. Abby, goodness gracious, Hubert hits the floor, pops right back up. 56-27. The lob to Sutton, top of the key, guarded by Manning.
Oh.
Howard hits the ground, and now Hubert hits the ground, and no foul call.
Wow, a lot of ground.
Like bowling pins. Zaira West comes in for Asia Harrison. Nice job by the crew mopping up the perspiration on the floor. I like the two.
Hawk 'em.
Nice.
Hashtag.
Nice.
Yeah, that sweat got hawked.
Franklin, a lob to
Nice
Sutton. Julianne turns and has it blocked, and a late whistle. There'll be a foul on Kennedy Manning.
Yep, you have to foul her if she gets that close, or it's illegal.
That was probably the quickest spin move that we've seen from Julianne tonight. And to her left. Foul shot rolls off, no good.
All right, so I got Lander up 26.
Okay.
So, looks like the PBC Final Four will be headed to Greens, Vegas.
Not a bad drive.
No.
No. Easy, somewhat scenic along the way.
Depending on which way you choose to go. There's a couple ways to go.
True that.
Or do you prefer the Elberton route?
Probably.
Yeah, me too.
Probably.
I like going Georgia back roads anytime I can.
Oh, and a steal by Abby Franklin.
Cookies, and you're not catching
her. She will
her.
have the snowbird. That's a great example. That fifth gear that you talk about.
Rarely used.
But
as needed.
When she needs to, she can pop that thing in gear.
That's why she's such a fun player to watch, because she executes in fourth gear. Macy says, give me the cookies. The cookie jar lid is open.
It is open. And the cookies are being taken tonight by the Nighthawks.
Wow. How many steals is that? Guess.
I would say 6.
8.
8. A little low. Davis feeds Sutton in the lane. Now Groover open for 3 in the corner. No good. Long rebound. Augusta has it down 59-27. That is the largest deficit the Jaguars have faced tonight.
Good job by Kyra not shooting that. That was a nice spot to shoot a catch out or kick out 3, but she had to dribble the pass to get it organized, and then got the ball moving again, went back into the post. In and out threes are also great threes to take, and that Kara's going to get her one here for the night's over.
Groover brings it up. Leaves it for Franklin to Sutton. Backs in on Manning. And the corner, Macy Gregg. Now to Groover. She'll go baseline underneath. Blocked by Wilson, but tracked down by Franklin. Reach in foul. That's 3 on Ashley Boulin. That'll bring us to a timeout. 4:15 to go in the third. North Georgia 59, Augusta 27. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
With the Nighthawks up 32, as you would expect, there have been numerous highlights. Let's take a look at a couple of the most recent highlights in the game. And Lee, so impressed with the team tonight.
Yeah, they at the half, I don't know what the second half is, breakdown, but at the half they had scored 19 times, and of those 19 made field goals, 16 of them were assisted.
That is unheard of.
Yeah, it means that they're connected and that they share.
59-27, 4:04 to go in the third. Michelle Davis kicks it back to Asia Harrison, out front to Ottman, now in the hands of West. Around they go to Howard in traffic, the floater up and good. Kiera Howard. 59-29, and travel will turn it over with 3:42 to go here in the third. Quickly, Abby Franklin checks back in for Groover. Imani Arnold comes in for Julianne Sutton, and Julianne sort of hobbling a little bit.
A little bit. Doesn't faze me.
Might have tweaked a knee or, the contact inside.
Oh, good stretch.
Oh, I think maybe
crampalicious.
A leg cramp. That is no fun. Howard to Harrison. Asia picks up her dribble. Now Howard away to West. Shot clock at 5. West drives the left side of the lane. The shot is up. No good. Rebound taken by Abby Franklin. 3 minutes. 3 seconds to go in the third. Arnold between the circles to Hubert, lobs to Davis. Kyra fakes, shoots, and scores.
I like how Kyra choreographed that, told her where she wanted to receive it from, throw it to the wing, repositioned, able to catch and score.
Hoffman scores to answer, 61-31. Oh, the feed. Davis was expecting a teammate to be there on the block, but there was none. Augusta brought in a record of 12-16. They were 9-11 in regular season conference play.
Three-point shooters percentage goes extremely down whenever you throw in a step-back component to it.
Right.
Anytime a player steps back, if they're a 40% shooter, it goes down quickly.
Beautiful feed to Franklin and a very quick release.
She barely snuggled that one up in there.
She knew she had a defender right on her back, got it away. You can get away with a step back from mid-range, but it's a different animal beyond the arc.
But it just anytime your momentum is going away from the basket, it just makes it so complex.
Left-handed layup good for Asia Harrison. Macy Gregg calling the play. Loosely guarded by Harrison, works to the right side, behind the back dribble, and the basket.
There's your there's your behind the back.
I love the confidence that she has on that dribble. Nearly made a block, but the shot somehow goes in for Harrison. And the team's just trading baskets the last 4 trips down the floor.
3 for Abby Hubert in the corner, though.
Nicely done.
Unguarded. So we're officially going to Lander if we're able to hold on to this 30 or 27-point lead.
Yep.
Or excuse me, 33-point lead.
Yep, 33-point. That's the largest of the night.
So if we're able to hold on, we'll be headed to Lander.
Thinking that the odds are pretty good. The basket by Howard.
Howard's slash game in the last and third quarter here has just been almost undefendable. He's just getting to the rim ASAP.
Hubert from the left elbow, nicely done. And 5 quick points for Abby. 70-37. West will drive. No good. Rebound Arnold. And that is your third quarter. 70-37. North Georgia leading Augusta here in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament quarterfinals. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Ball the Network by the Bookstore. 4 locations across Northeast Georgia. And Kazi Orthodontics, creating smiles that command attention.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 up. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you are on college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back we are. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, Walker McCrary, the Nighthawk Sports Network team. Let's check in with Mr. McCrary. Any update on the Peach Belt Conference Tournament scoreboard?
So I heard Lee already said we are headed to Lander. That is official, 66-50, the final score. Lander defeats Young Harris. Columbus State 75-64 over USC Aiken. Into the third quarter, Clayton State leads Francis Marion 56-38. That is the matchup for the winner of this one, Craig.
Thank you, sir. Fourth quarter underway, 70-37 North Georgia. From the foul line, and give credit to
lefty jump shots look better than righty jump shots.
Why is that?
I don't know. Same like a baseball and softball swing. Lefty swings looks more fluid than righties. Unless you're like Mike Trout. Did you see Mike Trout hit the golf ball in a Top Golf? Have you seen that on Twitter?
No.
He hit it over the net that collects him at the end, that blocks him at the end. He punished it.
That's a poke.
Yeah.
That's a poke. Nothing like Top Golf for a good.
Their food menu, outrageously good.
Yeah, surprisingly.
And you know how good of a connoisseur I am of food.
Absolutely. You appreciate good food.
And I eat it in bulk.
You don't just sample, you consume. 70-39, Macy, beg your pardon, that's Skinner. Back to Macy. Now Faith, spin move, puts it up off balance, no good. Liv got a hand on it, but out of bounds to Augusta. I was amazed that Faith could even get that shot.
Yeah, she did. A lot of
away.
body contact there.
8:34 to go. Boulin holding high, guarded by Arnold. Now will drive, turns.
Good defense by Faith.
Gets her rebound and somehow up and in. We've seen more of those billiard shots.
Just kind of not even go off the backboard. They just spin over the rim.
Skinner to Arnold, up and in.
Nice poise by Liv there to get into the paint, play off of 2 feet, and then pivot and wait till help became available.
Played a couple of minutes here in the fourth quarter. We've seen some wonderful plays tonight and have had the ability to sample them multiple times. Manning tried to get her own rebound, courtesy of some great replays. Take this opportunity to thank the Nighthawk Sports Network team. Done such a great job tonight and all season long.
Good word there, team. Takes a village.
Absolutely. The NSN producer tonight, Hunter McElveen. Our camera operators, Mackenzie Floyd, Kaylee Wilson, and Kayla Martin. Technical director, Corinne Thompson. And a big thanks to our executive producer. Phenomenal job all season long, Morgan Brooks.
They don't get paid enough.
Not nearly. Been a great effort all season long on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Arthur with the ball, drives, puts up the floater, and it didn't quite get there. 7:07 to go. Drive by Ottman, off balance shot, no good. Rebound Davis, outlet to Macy Gregg.
Behind the back?
On this possession?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Guarded by Wilson. She's going to stay to the right side, so no need for the behind the back.
Not
Beautiful feed to Davis, wouldn't go, Manning the rebound. Macy has stayed to the right more often than not tonight, as opposed to reversing to the left side of the floor. Rebound Arnold. And not only has she used the behind the back dribble twice, but the between the leg dribble.
She's got it on a string.
Yep.
Like a toy.
Yep.
Like that, you know, that weird game, the little wooden paddle where you hit the rubber ball.
Yes.
That nobody can really do.
Ever. Arthur to Gregg. That's the toughest thing in the world.
I think it's like a gimmick.
Now, I've seen people that can just.
No, I just don't know that there's a human that can do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Paddle ball.
Like, I look like I've got 7 left hands when I try to do that. But the way the ball stays connected to the paddle, that's kind of like the analogy of just on a
Macy
string. Wherever she wants it to go, it goes there.
And Lacey McCoy set to check in for the Nighthawks, number 12. And Amani makes the foul shot, and Lacey is in the game. 73-41. This is the type performance that you want in a quarterfinal matchup. That really sets the tone for the rest of your tournament.
And your 5 starters are sitting over there on the bench.
Yep.
Although we're 8 to 10 deep, but anybody can help us win games any night, but just that extra added time to get off your feet.
Macy Gregg looks over, gets the play, the ball away to Davis. 5:30 to go. Beautiful feed to Kyra, left-handed shot, would not go. In and out.
Pretty smile by Kyra, though. She knows that it was a missed opportunity.
Yep.
Just another testament of how much fun they're having playing the game.
Wilson misses the shot. Skinner gets it up to Faith Arthur, who wisely pulls it right back. Davis, straightaway three, no good, long rebound, tracked down by Macy Gregg. And they'll reset the offense. Arthur around Manning to Davis in the lane and might have taken an extra step.
I think she might have got away with it. Oh, no, she did not get away with it. It was called for it.
Timeout on the floor, 4:49 to go. We will take it. Nighthawks looking good, 73-41. Back in a moment on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
Ask difficult questions.
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths.
And weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you got what it takes, then bring it. It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life.
Back we are. Time
It
for a
takes
quick check of the Peach Belt Conference scoreboard.
Now Clayton stayed up on Francis Marion, guys, 61-40. They've got 4:52 to play until the conclusion of that one. On the men's side, Georgia College leading top-seeded Augusta 17-14 midway through the first half.
Ooh. Interesting start.
The other three men's quarterfinals to tip off in about 8 minutes, guys.
Thank you, Walker.
You guys want to stay here and follow along on live stats?
I mean, I'm going to follow along on live stats as I drive home.
Can we get pizza?
We could, yeah.
Hey, we
could
could
put
get
it on the video board.
Yeah. We can watch the men's game on the video board. Everybody in?
Just a thought. Just a thought. Up to Skinner, up to McCoy. Tried to get it to Davis, but to Faith Arthur instead. Loose
me that.
ball. Liv Skinner, yes!
Love it, Liv.
75-41, your largest lead of the night.
Oh, Macy about got it in a cookie jar.
Hey, that's been something tonight. The defensive pressure, the steals they've come up with. So impressed. Manning the feed. Ball tipped, and McCoy, Arthur nearly came up with a loose ball. And finally on the third attempt, LeBognon converting.
Who?
LeBognon. Oh, goodness. Boy, I was so ready for that.
A little out of your range.
So ready.
Olivia, social media team down there, probably needs to get her head on a swivel. She could have had it.
Had that ball been a little lower.
But you're connected, though. You're
Yeah.
connected to all this equipment.
Yeah.
So if you go and try to chase loose balls, then
that's going to pull the audio board.
I mean, have you seen those like commercials where like the dogs take off and they forget they're on a leash?
Oh, my goodness. Arthur to Gregg. Macy drives, has it blocked.
Never had control of it, I don't think,
No.
on the dribble penetration.
And the Jaguars have it with 3:15 to go. Tied up. Skinner, nice job getting in there to tie up Kiera Howard on the alternating possession. Augusta will keep it. So your North Georgia, you have put together offensively one of the better games in the last several weeks. 50 points by the half.
Had a feeling, though, not that we didn't play great against Clayton State. We had a bad stretch there. We played some good basketball to get back into that thing, but we weren't going to play not up to our standard 2 nights in a row.
Right. And that's the norm.
Yeah.
Plus, again, Clayton State is always tough. Playing there is tough. They have been on a roll themselves.
Yeah.
So,
They've made their way into the top 10 region ranking.
Yeah, so hats off to the
Yeah.
Lakers. 75-43 inside 3 minutes to go. Hubert draws contact. That stops the clock with 2:49 to go. Ottman back in. Jalen Ottman. Replacing West. Been a tough game tonight for Zaira West. Their leading scorer. Beautiful move by
Good job
Hubert.
by Faith Arthur there, just contorting her body and getting it around the defender to find Abby cutting aggressively through the middle of the lane.
Howard, a long three, off the mark, rebound, Macy Gregg. 77-43 your score. You look at all the categories the Nighthawks lead the Peach Belt Conference in as far as the statistics. McCoy off balance. Oh, it lingered.
And then Faith almost tipped it in.
Oh, it lingered on the rim but would not fall. Boy, that was a tough shot. A travel by Harrison will turn it over. That was a very aggressive move by McCoy.
Love it. Place is going to go nuts when she gets a bucket here.
Yep. Averaging a point a game, actually 1.1 point per game, so she's going to score in the next 2 minutes.
And double her average.
Yep. Macy brings it up. The left-handed pass to Hubert. Nice feed to Liv Skinner with a left-handed layup.
Wow, that's a nice little one-step catch and finish off one leg with the offhand.
And how much ground did she cover with that one step?
A lot of aggressive cut there by Liv.
Michelle Davis goes to the floor. No whistle.
That is illegal to do. But at this point,
it doesn't matter.
Keep the clock rolling.
Yep. Hubert to Gregg, 1:22 to go. Now Skinner to Arthur. Faith. Boy, thought about it for just a split second. Hubert. Bounce pass to Faith Arthur with the left hand.
Love it. Patience, cutting, bounce passing. Nighthawks have made some great corrections and really seem like they're hitting on all cylinders here heading into Greenwood.
That pass brought me out of my seat.
I saw that.
81-43. My goodness. Pass intended for McCoy would have given her a great opportunity. What was nice about that, when Abby was at the foul line just waiting for the movement and saw Faith,
Patience and poise.
Ah.
There's a girl.
McCoy puts it up, no good, but a foul will send her to the line.
She's getting to the free throw line, though.
And on the season, done a nice job, 4 of 6. Nice deep breath, settles in at the line. That one tantalizingly close. Second one on the money. Buckets. On the money.
Love this team. No wonder they've got like a big following of fans that really like watching them.
Yep.
Genuine compassion and genuine care for each other.
39-point advantage is the largest of the night. This is the 24th meeting between the two programs. North Georgia will now have a 17-7 advantage in the series and will have collected their 25th win of the season. Macy Gregg tried to get it to Hubert, but taken away by Harrison. She'll drive. No good. Davis with the offensive rebound and fouled in the act of shooting with 15.2 to go.
I have confirmed that on the video boards after we close postgame with the interview and the postgame show, which will be abbreviated today.
Yes.
We will be showing a full screen live action of the men at Pembroke.
Nice. Well done. Michelle Davis.
You know, it's just easy work. Just easy work.
Yeoman's work.
Absolutely.
What's the score? Do we have a score?
They they still haven't tipped because they've got the regular season trophy presentation prior to tip.
Okay.
That's going to do it. North Georgia wins their quarterfinal matchup with Augusta 82-47. Tip your hat. Nighthawks improved to 25-4. Augusta wraps up the season at 12-17. And you have to be extremely pleased with what North Georgia did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, next 2 games, hopefully, in the Peach Belt Conference aren't win or die, but I'd like to think that our chances are good when we play that connected and that together and that efficient. That's the word we've been using. So, Abby Franklin making shots, Julianne Sutton good and going in the paint. Players around them making effort plays, defense extending up and getting the pace to our liking. A lot of good things for North Georgia as we pack up and head to Greenwood for Friday night banquet, Saturday semis, and hopefully Sunday championship. The way the bracket lies, it looks like we will face, if Clayton State's able to hang on, we'll get a rematch of Saturday's loss.
All right, look forward to that. And standing by with victorious head coach Buffy Burson is Walker McCrary.
Thanks, Craig. Coach, a fantastic win in quarterfinal action. You continue your great stretch here in this building. Talk about the effort from your team here tonight.
A fantastic effort. Coming back off that loss in Clayton State, I thought we were really locked in, especially early on the defensive end. And, I thought we shared the ball extremely well. I don't know how many assists we had, but I was really impressed with the way we shared the ball and the way we were finishing at the basket.
23 assists on 33 made buckets. I know we talked on Hawk Talk earlier this week about the team, and I think that stat pretty much epitomizes what you've preached to your team for 25 years now.
Definitely, and they really showed tonight what they're capable of doing when we do, share the ball, throw it in, throw it out, reversals, got some drives too, and I think I'm pretty sure almost everybody scored, which is very, very impressive for our first round game.
So as the lights go out, not sure what there come the lights back. So we look ahead now. Semifinal action tomorrow, or Saturday up at Lander. Lander did win today, and a final score coming out of Morrow, 71-44. Clayton State advances, so you get a chance at a little bit of revenge on Saturday. Give us your thoughts on the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, number one, we don't really care who we play. But that's good. That's fine. That it's Clayton State. They're obviously a really good team. I think they came in the top 8 in the regionals today. We've got to come ready to play against them. They're a team that puts pressure on you, makes you uncomfortable, makes things hard for you if you're not ready to play. And I think that was a big part of our problem on Saturday. And so we're going to have to be ready. We know that.
Well, I think it was all chalk today. All the top seeds advanced, just to give you a heads up. But congratulations. Safe travels over to Greenwood, and hopefully we come back with some hardware on Sunday.
I appreciate that. I want to say hey to my folks at home, and I appreciate that. We hope we bring it back too. Thanks.
Craig, back to you.
And thank you, Walker, and congratulations once again to Coach Buffy Burson, her staff, the team. An impressive win tonight, 82-47. And they move on to semifinal action on Saturday. And it's going to be, I think, very interesting to see how this team responds with the opportunity to add another championship to the trophy case.
Yeah, another banner to hang, hopefully.
Yep.
2 games away from it now. Got some work to do, though. You got to go on the road in a neutral site game and beat a team that just kind of ran away from you for a while just this past Saturday, and then always tough Lander. You know, going to have to beat them in their own gym now. So 80 minutes of tough basketball lies ahead. I do know that if we take a loss in those two, it doesn't really change our postseason fate with the NCAA, but to your point, it sure would be nice to grab another Peach Belt Conference tournament title.
We'll see what transpires this weekend. A great win tonight. Enjoyed sitting courtside and having the best seat in the house alongside you. As always, we will take a break. When we come back, post-game time with Walker McCrary. The Nighthawks convincingly 82-47 over Augusta in Peach Belt quarterfinal action. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
The UNG Bookstore is the top shop where students can get anything they need. Fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to cocktail players. Gear up at the Nighthawks merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Goodbye, LA, until another time. When can we call it love? Think we crossed the line.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
82-47, your final score. North Georgia defeats Augusta here in the Peach Belt Conference quarterfinals as we welcome you to an abbreviated version of the NSN postgame show as we pack things up and get ready to head down to baseball on Friday for a 3-game set against Georgia Southwestern. You can catch all that here on the Nighthawk Sports Network starting Friday at 6 p.m. Mark Cochran will have the call for all 3 games this weekend down at Bob Stein Stadium at Cottrell Park. But first, let's wrap this one up. North Georgia will take on Clayton State on Saturday. That is official. That game will tip at 7:30 over at Lander. It is the 4th of 4 semifinal games, of course, the men's and the women's, going on at Finest Horn Arena on Saturday and Sunday. If North Georgia were to beat Clayton State, they would play Sunday at 4 p.m. in the championship game. And the way that the region is shaping up, the winner of the Peach Belt Conference, if it's Lander or North Georgia, will likely host the Southeast Regional next weekend. And for North Georgia and Buffy Burson, if they play here, you have to like your chances. They improved to 33-1 all time here in this building, winning 28 straight games. Final stats for North Georgia. Ms. March at it again, 19 points, 4 of 6 from distance. She finishes 7 of 10 from the floor, and again, 19 points. Julianne Sutton and Amani Arnold, 13 points apiece. Kyra Davis, 10 points to lead the way for North Georgia. It was Asia Harrison for Augusta who finished with 11 to lead the Jaguars. North Georgia shot 60% from the floor, 33 of 55. An outstanding night for North Georgia women's basketball as they advance on in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Well, that'll wrap things up here from Dahlonega. Thanks to the entire NSN crew, and for Craig and Lee courtside, I'm Walker McCrary signing off. 82-47, your final score. North Georgia defeats Augusta here in Dahlonega on the Nighthawk Sports Network.